Let's get it going here. Hey guys, welcome to episode 4 of the In Between podcast with Kyle Mclemore, starting right now. All right, let's get it started here. This is episode 4 of the In Between podcast with yours truly, Kyle Mclemore. As you can see, here in virtual studio once again. Production value here on episode 4 going up and up and up. And here, let's try something else new on episode 4. Let's do it in a couple different ways here and see what works best. What works best? Take 1, the douchey way. Hey guys, go ahead and take a moment to hit the like and subscribe button. Hit that bell, go ahead and smash that subscribe button if you like this content and you want to see more. Yeah, that's the douche way. And it's tough to do it in a way that's not douchey, but hey, if you want to hit that like and subscribe button, that'd be pretty cool. Go ahead and slap the subscriber. Poke the like button. Any likes are much appreciated. Or comments are cool too. I like comments. We can reply to comments and have a conversation. On the internet. Here we are, episode 4. Gotta keep the energy up. Gotta keep it going. Making a few adjustments here. You can see, we ponytailing it this time on episode 4. We're making some tweaks and adjustments. Previous episodes, I want to keep the hair down. I would love to keep the hair down. I would also love to look like I'm not super tired and sleepy. But the reality is, we do this podcast after work. If it looks like I'm doing this podcast late at night, it's because I am, and it's the only time I can do it. So, one thing that's fun to look at when I'm editing my podcast is looking back and seeing that I'm clearly very tired, because when I get tired, which one is it? Is it my right one or my left one? I think it's my left eye. My left eye starts getting all droopy and fucking wonky, and I'm like, or maybe it is my right, because I can always do like the lazy eye. Okay, that was a nice sniff right into the microphone, which I need to stop doing. I can do the eye like that pretty good. So maybe it is my right eye. One of my eyes gets really droopy, and it looks like I'm having like a stroke or something when I'm really tired. So that's cool to look back at and to put out into the internet. Also, I would love to have my hair down, but all day long I have it either in a ponytail or I scrunch it like that. So then at the end of the day, when I have it down for the podcast, it's like super duper flat, which is also pretty awesome to look at while I'm looking back and re-editing. It's like, ugh, hair looks terrible, which sucks because I want my hair to look awesome. What's the point of growing it out this much if it ain't gonna look super fly? I forget what movie I was watching, some movie from like the 80s or something, where it was making me think about how much I need to start using like product in my hair, some kind of gel or mousse or something, because this guy had something in his hair that gave it like really high volume and it just looked awesome. And also, if you would look down, the hair would stay instead of like, gravity naturally moving it around. It would just like, it would stay in place, which was pretty awesome. It's something I need. Yeah. But welcome to the podcast. What I wanted to talk about was theme parks, and the reason I want to talk about it is because it's been on my mind. I want to go to Six Flags really badly. I have a membership, and I've been like twice recently, but both times major like pain in my booty, because both times they were like crazy busy, which I mean, like, I don't know. I went on like Sunday, which was like probably the worst day to go because of how busy it is. And then also, everyone's excited to be back in action out here in the world. So yeah, of course they want to get back out there and do something. So yeah, it's extra packed. But now that it's school time, yeah, finally go back and probably be able to ride more than 3 rides in a 8-hour period. But yeah, really want to go to Six Flags. Theme parks. Let's rank some theme parks here. I guess I'd probably have to put, oh man, I don't know, Six Flags number 1, I guess? For the amount of rides I actually like going on, or that are actually like, really fun. Knott's is cool too. Disneyland is also cool, but it's just like different. There's not as many thrill rides, but you know, it's Disneyland. It's classic Pirates of the Caribbean, and like the monorail. I mean, the monorail, what the fuck? No, not the monorail. Oh, dude, you should go to Disneyland and hit that sweet monorail. No, the Matterhorn, classic. Space Mountain, stop sniffing into the microphone. Space Mountain. But yeah, wait, maybe I shouldn't rate so quickly. Let's hold off here. Let's go bottom to the top. So let's start at the worst one. I haven't been to like Legoland since I was a little kid, so that park is probably different from what I even remember it being. Because when I went, I was like a little kid, so it was like barely getting going. It's probably totally different from what I remember. The only part I remember is just going on like the little boat ride where you kind of go around and see different wonders of the world, but all Legified, which is actually pretty impressive when you think about putting it all together, and it looks pretty accurate. Just miniature version. And I feel like it's not fair to rank it if I haven't been there since I was a little kid. So I'll leave Legoland off. SeaWorld, it's the same thing, I haven't been since forever. I haven't been since, like, I think there's roller coasters now, but I haven't been, like, the last time I went, there was definitely not roller coasters. It was just strictly an aquarium. So we'll check off SeaWorld, leave that off. Why don't we just leave it with the big, like, 3, Disneyland, Six Flags, and Knott's? That's basically it, right? Scandia? You can't put Scandia on there. It's not a theme park. Ranking the 3 is tough. I guess. Alright, so yeah, bottom. Unfortunately, I don't know. I just had to put Knott's at the bottom because I do like Knott's. Knott's is cool. And then you want to talk about that boysenberry? That boysenberry is next level amazing. It is so good that if we went to Knott's Berry Farm and got out, bought the ticket, went inside, got a large cup of the boysenberry, I could say, you know what? Let's call it a day because this has been a good day. I got this boysenberry punch. Let's end it on a high note right here. And I'd be totally happy with that. That's how good that punch is. And, you know, the ride variety is cool. They have a good amount of adult and also kid rides, so everybody gets good mitts. You know, the part that's a bummer about Knott's is I had a season pass once, and they really don't help you with a lot of things. They don't help you at all. They give you, like, you get the season pass, and that's it. Like, no, they don't help you with parking. They don't help you with, like, definitely don't help you with the Halloween thing. It's like, hey, you wanna come to Knott's Scary Farm? Pay for that, man, like, because we're not going to help you. And then I guess second place would have to be Disneyland, I guess. Not as many thrill rides. I haven't been to the California side, so let's just count this as only the Magic Kingdom or whatever you want to call it, the normal Disneyland side, which is like not a lot of adult rides, but I mean, like, the rides are still fun. They're fun to look at. I think that's the fun part about Disneyland is just like looking at the insane amount of detail and everything. Even when you're in line for most rides, the line is like just fun. Well, not fun being in line, but it's interesting, I guess, because just looking around, there's so much detail to distract you from the boredom of the line, I guess. They do really good with the detail. That's what I was going to say, like, Haunted Mansion isn't really one of my favorites, but it is fun to ride just because I feel like you could ride it like 5 times in a row and probably still notice something new each time because it's so jam-packed with, like, details. Even when at the beginning, when you're in that elevator part, like, you can only see so much of it, so, like, it would take a couple rides to, unless you're standing right in the middle and you're, like, spinning in a circle to look at the whole thing. But Disneyland's cool. Pirates. It's the same thing with every ride. I feel like almost every ride you could ride multiple times and kind of notice or see something kind of different each time. What's the ride? I think that's how they have it in the Star Wars one for the Millennium Falcon ride. I think it is like every time you ride it, well, not every time, but it's like a randomizer with the story or whatever. But I think it's still the basic chase the bad guy and deliver the whatever. Number one, Six Flags, I suppose. I think the biggest bummer about Six Flags is that it is so far from where I live. If I lived just a little bit closer to Six Flags, it would be so awesome because I would go so much more. Having the need to stop with the ums. Having the membership is awesome. They really hook it up with the membership. You get like preferred parking. You get like discounts on everything. The food pass thing is pretty cool. Yeah, definitely endorse Six Flags wholeheartedly. They get the Mom's Garage stamp of approval. Yeah. Stop with the ums. Let's get it together here, people. Well, yeah. Again, need to really do a better job planning this out because I thought for sure I'd be talking about theme parks way longer, but not going long enough. You want to know what was really annoying? There was a time I went to Disneyland where it was like right at the beginning of the day too. There was this, I don't understand how this old man was so, ugh. I remember you have to like park and then you get on the little tram which takes you to the park and then you get in the park. So like we're not even in the park. We're on the tram that takes you to the park. That's how early in the day it is. And it's like we're all sitting down and he's like behind me with his wife. And like I think on the tram there just happened to be a good amount of Latinos on the tram that we were on. And a lot of these Latino families happen to be talking like Spanish. And this fucking old dude behind me was clearly bothered by being on the tram with all these Latinos. And he's like, because he's right behind me, so I hear him like under his breath, only meant to be heard to his wife, I'm sure, but these hawk ears don't miss anything. So he says to his wife, "It's like I'm a stranger in my own country." And I'm just like, oh, man. We're not even at Disneyland. We're like still, technically you could call this like part of the parking lot. We're not even at the gate. And you're being such a piece of shit. And man, I had to like, there's like a, I think it's like an anger method or something where you have like, you count backwards, 5, 4, 3. Like I had to tell myself to like really just like ignore, like don't let this old sack of shit ruin the day of I hadn't been to Disneyland, and so I think this is when like my sister came to visit, and so it was like her kid's first time to Disneyland, and it was also the first time I'd been in a very long time, so I was pretty excited to go. And I was just like, don't let this sack of shit rain on this day. And I had to like really separate from my body and like, no, just like cool it. But like, dude, we're at Disneyland. How do you come with that attitude at Disneyland? Like, who's the nickname of Disneyland is the happiest place on earth. Like, it's the one spot. It's the one spot where literally like everybody from the entire planet is like trying to go. Like you get literally everyone from every part of the world trying to visit Disneyland. So it's like, yeah, you're expecting it to be only white people at Disneyland? The fuck? Oh man, I remember that dude just being like, and then with that, I'm a stranger in my own country. Okay. What a douche. But yeah, that was how somebody almost destroyed my day at Disneyland. I haven't been to the California side in forever. Weird, no way to transition from old racist man. But I haven't been to the California side in forever, and I really want to go. That's another one. This is the same with Lego and SeaWorld. I haven't been since like it first opened. Like it's probably different from what I even remember. Like I know that they have the Cars Land or whatever, which from what I hear is cool. I never seen it. I remember they had the Twilight Zone Tower, which isn't the Twilight Zone Tower. It's like the Guardians of the Galaxy Tower now, which I've never seen. Sounds cool, I guess. I liked the Twilight Zone, but I'm open to try it. And I've always wanted to see that World of Water light show, or Light Water World? Water World light show. I don't know what it's called. World of Light or something. From what I hear, it's pretty great, but I've never seen it. It's just like they shoot water in the air, I guess, and then project onto the water, I guess. From what I hear, it's awesome. I guess they do it at the same time as the fireworks, which is a bummer because it's like either go to the fireworks or go to the World of Light or whatever, which are both supposed to be great. I remember the last time I went, it was like the first time ever we're walking by, like it's towards the end of the day, walking by the main Cinderella Castle or whatever, and there's a lady who just barely starts putting up the rope, and we're like, hey, what you doing there, lady? And she's like, oh, well, we're getting ready for the fireworks, so if you want, this is where the front row is. So it's like, oh, yeah, dude, like, it's going to start like in an hour, but it'll be worth it because we'll be like, boom, right in front of the castle with like the fireworks going off behind it. Like, this would be the best seats in the house. Like, all right, let's do it. And yeah, so we stake it out, and it's like, got the best seats, and the castle looks amazing. And then it was like just a little bit cloudy, and they're just like, I think the announcer just like, ladies and gentlemen. And as soon as you hear the ladies and gentlemen, you're just like, no. Ladies and gentlemen, due to blah, blah, blah weather, due to inclement weather, we will not be showing the fireworks tonight. And it's just like, oh, no. But instead, we're doing this cool light show that's just as good. And it's like, I'll bet you it's not. It was okay. I can't really remember, but I remember I was like, so excited for those fireworks, which I hadn't seen in forever, but oh well. Theme parts. That was the theme of today's episode. And we'll call it an episode right about there. Thanks for being here on episode 4. Number 4, cranking along. We're in the single digits, but being those double digits before you know it. You might have noticed no soundboard yet. Still working on that. Still trying to figure that out. But it's coming because I want that Law and Order. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. And it's coming soon. So thank you for being here. If you haven't liked and if you haven't smashed that subscribe button, guys, go ahead and do it now. Just kidding. But not really. I mean, it would be cool if you did. Yeah, we'll see you next time. This has been the In-Between Podcast with Kyle Mclemore. We'll see you next time on number 5. But until then, good fight, good night. Celebrity Deathmatch, so good. But I need my own outro. We're working on it here on the In-Between Podcast. That's probably going to end up being the outro. We're working on it. Every episode, we're working on it. Because we are. We're working on it here for you. I'll see you next time.